Alright, so are you the kind who's made your daily schedule fully packed with stuff, but when it's time for execution, you never feel like following it and it always goes into trash? If you're having trouble scheduling your day, then this might be the right one for you. This video will cover two topics. First, setting up an ideal week, and second, making a daily schedule. All this in Google Calendar. So before setting any event, you have to ask yourself a question: what does my ideal week look like? Keeping in mind that it's executable, it doesn't lead to burnout, i.e., you'll be willing to work on it without thinking much of quitting, and 3, it can be made fun irrespective of the work. The problem with ideal weeks is that whatever people make either leads to burnout or isn't fun at all. Like, they don't give themselves enough time to relax and do whatever they want to do. So pause the video right now and think about the question for a while, and after that, let's move to Google Calendar. So here, click on this plus icon and make a new calendar, and let's name it Aakash Ideal Week. Now let me show you how I made my ideal week. Let's mark 5 to 6 as wake up plus low revision, and we can give it a nice yellow color which shows sunrise, I guess, and also set it for every day. Then mark 10 to 11 as reading plus sleep and give it a nice lavender color and set this one for every day too. Now we know that we have roughly this much time in a day. I usually hit gym 5 times a week, so I'll set it for these days, and from 8 to 11 we will do a solid session of accounts. From 11 to 2 we'll do business law, 2 to 3 I'll rest, and then we can do a solid 2 hours of math and then another hour for business economics. From 6:30 I can work on my YouTube channel till 8:30, and after dinner and rest and stuff, I'll have my reading session as planned and done. Whoa, it was hell of a job, right? Now all there's left is to set everything for the days you want, and if you want any alterations, do as you want. Now you might say like, wait, it's not executable, it will surely lead to burnout, and it's not fun at all, like you're completely occupied. But I enjoy studying and I like working on my YouTube channel, so I don't feel exhausted. Yeah, I do feel like not working some days, but I manage my stuff for those days accordingly. You have to think of like what works for you and set your week accordingly. I usually suggest for 5 plus or minus 2 tasks each day, which is like 3 to 7 tasks each day according to your capabilities. That also should not come at the cost of feeling overwhelmed. There's this quote which I remember in concern to this topic: you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything you want. Now that we know what our ideal week looks like, let's move to the next point, which is making the daily schedule. You know, the biggest mistake we make is thinking that if we've set a schedule for us, we have to abide by it no matter what, which is technically not possible, because someday we'll feel super productive and someday we won't even feel like bothering to get ourselves a glass of water. So every morning, before starting your work, take 5 to 10 minutes and schedule your day, keeping in mind your ideal week. And someday it's alright to do nothing like your ideal week. And after 3 days or at the end of every week, you have to compare your actual week with your ideal week. This in terms of management is called controlling, and making the ideal week plan is called planning. So first you plan and then you look out for major deviations. I'm not talking about minor deviations. Look out for all the major deviations and see what went wrong and what can be improved. And after more practice, experimentation and experience, you'll get to a point where you'll be a lot better at forming ideal weeks and also at scheduling every single day. And firstly, it'll look like hell of a job, but after a few days, you'll actually find out like how much it affects your productivity, and you'll also try to get better so as to get more done. And I guess that's all I have to say on this topic. If you got anything from this video, do hit like and subscribe, and also share your experience with scheduling after doing it for a week in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.